Pete,
Try not to do that anymore.
Very talkative today.
He's got to be feeling really good right now, man. He's throwing it really good. He's got a great look, great ball reaction.
He had 2 300 games this week. There were 12 total perfect games today. A really high number when you consider the season average. Just over 4.5 per tournament. Yet 12 were dropped this week in Baltimore.
2 on this Dick Weber oil pattern. 1 by Pete Weber, 1 by Jeff Carter.
Back on the strike train is PDW.
Well, if you're Mike Scroggins, you just got to tell yourself, okay, in order to have a chance, I got to strike out, because Pete Weber is going to continue to throw shots like this throughout the rest of the match.
For Scroggins, as he gets ready for his effort in the 7th. This will be his 7th top 10 finish of the season, his 5th top 5. We asked Pete Weber yesterday about the Player of the Year race, and, you know, he essentially said no disrespect to Mike Scroggins, but he feels that the Player of the Year points race should really be a vote by exempt players only. And if there was a vote, I don't think there's any question, it would be Walter A. Williams Jr. as your Player of the Year. And that's coming from Pete Weber. Scroggins gets the strike in the 7th. About 3 in a row for Scroggy now.
Yeah, but you see the demeanor, the mindset is this. I have to strike out to have a chance. Anything less, I'm done. That's the demeanor, that's the mindset that you have to have. And so now let's go out and get it done. Let's see what happens now if I throw a 4-bagger up there real quick. Let's see if I can somehow get into the mindset of Pete Weber. Yeah, and maybe throw a chop back at him.
Weber, your 2 seed, on top by 20. Scroggins looking for Player of the Year honors, trying to get 4 in a row here in the 8th.
Row.
And a ham bone from Scroggy. And he is still alive, pulling within 10. The pressure switches over to the PDW camp.
We got us a match.
Another strike for Weber. He finished 4th at the opening event of this season, the Motor City Open, was 3rd at the one-a-day Dick Weber Open in California, and will finish no worse than 2nd today. Looking for his first win of the season is Pete Weber. Mike Scroggins looking for his first Player of the Year title honor.
Hey, Rob. Mike Scroggins can strike out to shoot 259, okay? That's 9th and 10th. If Pete Weber strikes here in the 9th, he's going to be in the 250s.
He is a bad man today.
That is huge. Pete Weber can strike out for 279, but here's the deal.
Not miss.
Mike Scroggins can strike out, okay, and shoot 259. Pete Weber, if he gets 9 on his first ball in the 10th frame, he will lose. So Mike Scroggins strikes out 9th and 10th, will force Pete Weber to get the first strike in the 10th frame to win. Anything less from Mike Scroggins, Pete Weber's going to win title number 35.
Scroggins looking for 5 in a row to remain alive here in the 9th. And leaves double wood.
Oh, man.
It's done. Pete Weber wins title number 35, sitting on the bench.
And Weber, with the title, will break a tie with the legendary Mark Roth and be in sole possession of 3rd place in the all-time Lumber Liquidator Tour title list. Title number 35 to Pete Weber, denying Mike Scroggins the Player of the Year honor. Congratulations, Walter Ray Williams Jr.
Well, I know Mike Scroggins is disappointed, and it's just this one shot right here. He had the chance, comes in a little light, leaving the 2-9. Pete could tell just by the sound of the pinfall that he just won.
Yeah, the sound effects were never really there for Scroggins today. You never got that feeling like, oh, that sounded good. That was sweet. Yes, he had 4 in a row, 5 through 8, but just never really seemed to get it going. And a lot of that courtesy of Pete Weber, who came blazing out of the gates here in our title match.
Well, that's it. I mean, Pete got off to a red-hot start and really put it on Mike Scroggins early. Basically, he's got his foot on his throat and never let him get up or breathe. And so that was a tall order for Mike Scroggins at the start, but he did come back with that 4-bagger to try to make it interesting. Then Pete steps up and throws 3 more strikes right behind the 5-bagger 9 spare.
Spare for Scroggins.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, your heart goes out to Mike Scroggins. There's so much pressure for him or anyone else coming into this title match with so much at stake. Never being in this position. Yes, he did win a U.S. Open. Yes, he has won a Masters. A lot of pressure that goes with winning those majors. But I don't think it's anything compared to the pressure that he felt coming into this title match.
One of the real good guys in the sport, Mike Scroggins. Unassuming, calm, quiet, just a real decent person to be around. And he had that smile yesterday with the opportunity. But he doesn't get Player of the Year. It goes to Walter A. Williams Jr. as Pete Weber, with the victory, gets Walter A. Williams Jr. yet another Player of the Year honor. Weber in the 10th. Yeah, another one.
Storm is number 1. Thank you, Storm. You're number 1.
The Weber win will give Walter Ray Williams Jr. his 7th Player of the Year honor. And that breaks a tie with the legendary Earl Anthony for most PBA Player of the Year awards. Walter Ray Williams Jr. in 86, 93, 96, 97, 98, 03, and here in 09-10 is your Player of the Year. But today, Pete Weber gets his first title since March of 07. His 35th career title. Denying Scroggins Player of the Year. But getting a very emotional win. One he told us would feel like his first win ever on the tour. It's been a while since we've seen the old PDW. He was alive and well today.
Congratulations. It's been a while. Tell us, describe the feeling of what it's like to be back in the winner's circle.
Randy, you have no idea. It feels like I just won my first title. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I got tears coming out my eyes, you know. It's just, you know, I've had that monkey on my back, and for those of you that thought I was never going to win again, take that.
Does it make it that much more special that you won on the oil pattern named after your father?
Well, of course, Randy, it always means much more when your dad has some sort of affiliation to the tournament, whether it be the tournament pattern or the namesake. But this tournament's been great. I love the long formats. Thanks, Baltimore. I love it here. Thank you very much. And I just can't say enough. Wow. Too bad it's the end of the year and the tournaments are done now, because I was just getting ready to go.
Congratulations, Pete. Enjoy this win.
Thanks, Randy. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Another title for Pete Weber, another Player of the Year honor for Walter Ray Williams Jr. 2 winners today. That man
First one in 3 years.
and the legendary Walter Ray Williams Jr. Weber, tour title number 35. We'll be back to wrap it up from Baltimore after this.
Bye, Satonic. Thank you.